Micah Parsons isn't just good. He's something else entirely. Speed is off the charts, his strength is underrated, and his motor never stops. But what makes him special isn't just physical. It's how he bends the rules of defense. Micah Parsons is a positionless chaos machine. And in the modern NFL, where offenses are faster, smarter, and more complex than ever before, he might just be the perfect counter. So how good is Prime Micah Parsons really? Let's go back to the beginning. Micah Aaron Parsons was born on May 26, 1999 in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. He was built different from the jump. As a teenager, he was running 4.4 40s, benching grown men, and blowing up highlight reels at Harrisburg High. He wasn't just a linebacker. He also played defensive end and running back. His senior year numbers are ridiculous. 1,239 rushing yards, 29 total touchdowns, 27 of them being rushing, 9.5 sacks, and 17.5 tackles for loss. He was a top 5 overall player in the country, according to 24/7 Sports. And he chose Penn State, a place known for breeding athletic freaks at the linebacker position. But even there, Micah Parsons stood out. As a true freshman in 2018, Micah racked up 82 tackles, the most by a Penn State freshman ever. But it was 2019 that really changed everything. 109 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. Oh, and in the Cotton Bowl, 14 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and Cotton Bowl defensive MVP. The man was everywhere, sideline to sideline, blowing up screens, beating tackles off the edge, and chasing down wide receivers in the flat. He looked like the prototype of the future, but then came COVID. Micah opted out of the 2020 season as he focused on preparing for the NFL draft, and the league took notice. The Dallas Cowboys selected Micah Parsons 12th overall in the 2021 NFL draft, and from the second he stepped on the field, he was different. See, the Cowboys drafted him as a linebacker, but when their edge rushers started to go down with injuries, they moved Micah to defensive end, and he didn't just fill in, he dominated. His rookie stats are as follows: 84 total tackles, 13 sacks, 30 quarterback hits, 20 tackles for loss, 3 forced fumbles, NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, first team All-Pro, and runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. There was no learning curve, no rookie mistakes, just immediate generational impact. By 2020, teams were game planning against him, and it didn't matter. 13.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, and another All-Pro season. And it wasn't just the numbers, it was the way that he got them. Inside spins, ghost rushes, delayed blitzes from linebacker depth, edge stunts where he beat 2 linemen clean, and he would line up over the A-gap, only to drop into coverage and erase a tight end. Micah Parsons wasn't just playing defense, he was controlling the field. He was a one-man game plan, a problem with no consistent solution. Now let's talk about 2024, Prime Micah Parsons. This was the season that he took it to a whole nother level. Despite the Cowboys having a disappointing 7-10 year, Micah Parsons never slowed down. 14 sacks, which was 3rd in the NFL, 12 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and 70 total pressures, which is 5th amongst all defenders. Let that sink in for a second. He's getting 14 sacks while moving across the line like a chess piece. You want him in a 2-point stance? Done. Hand in the dirt? That's easy. Covering the flat? He's still elite. There's no comparison. None. Because Prime Micah Parsons is doing things only he can do. Let's break it down a little bit further. Because Parsons isn't just athletic. He diagnoses plays instantly. Run or pass, he reads it in a blink. If there's an option play, well, he'll blow up the quarterback before he can even hand it off. And his feel for quarterback cadence, he times snaps like a veteran defensive back. Micah can line up as an edge rusher, off-ball linebacker, 3 tech on passing downs, middle linebacker in zone drop, and a wide 9 pin and go rusher. There's not a defender in the league who can wear that many hats and still wreck a game plan. Micah's first step off the edge is violent because he wins with speed and then counters with leverage. He dips, rips, and spins, all while maintaining balance and control, and when he hits, you feel it. Quarterbacks don't just get sacked, by Micah Parsons, they get erased. This is what makes him scary because he doesn't stop. Chasing screens 40 yards downfield? Yeah, he's there. Scraping across the field on stretch plays? Always. Pushing through double teams in the fourth quarter? He's still winning. Micah plays like he's mad that the other team even showed up. And let's be real, he's doing all this while being the sole focus of every offensive game plan. Chip blocks, double teams, slide protection, screen heavy counters. It doesn't matter. Micah still gets his. So how much does Micah Parsons really impact a game? Well, ask any offensive coordinator. You don't scheme around the Cowboys defense, you scheme around number 11. Because one play, one snap, and he can blow it all up. Third and long, he ends the drive. Red zone, he forces a fumble. 2-minute drill, he gets a strip sack and buries all hope. Micah Parsons isn't just a great player. He's a tilt-the-field player. He shifts everything. So let's ask the big question. Can Micah Parsons lead the Cowboys to a Super Bowl? Here's the thing. He can't do it alone. The 2024 season proved that already. The Cowboys had an elite talent on defense and still missed the playoffs. They collapsed hard after Dak Prescott got injured, and the offense struggled. Injuries started stacking up, and once again, the postseason ran away without them. But Micah, he showed up every snap, every game, every week. What he needs now is help, because Micah Parsons is good enough to carry a defense, but no one, not even a generational defender, can carry a franchise by himself. If the Cowboys want to break through, it's going to take more than pressure off the edge. They need a consistent offense that can protect leads. They need a defensive interior that can keep Micah free, and a coaching staff that unleashes him and not just uses him. Because the clock is ticking. Micah is entering his prime right now. These are the years where legends are made, and he's giving Dallas everything he has. But let's go a little bit deeper, because statistics alone don't tell the whole story of Micah Parsons. To understand just how rare this guy is, you have to watch how he affects everyone else around him. When defensive coordinator Dan Quinn arrived in Dallas in 2021, he didn't just inherit Micah Parsons, he unleashed him. Quinn, known for building the Legion of Boom in Seattle, had never worked with a player quite like Micah, so he threw out the playbook and started designing a new one. Parsons became the prototype for a new breed of defender, part edge, part linebacker, and part alien. He wasn't confined to any one alignment. In fact, by the end of 2022 and throughout 2023 and 2024, Parsons had logged snaps in 8 different positions on defense. You can't scheme that. You have to create for it. And what Quinn realized early on is that Micah Parsons isn't just a player, he's a system. The Cowboys defense began to orbit around him. Blitz coverages, simulated pressures, zone drops disguised as fire blitzes. Micah was always the wild card. Is he coming, dropping, looping, maybe even spying? Quarterbacks didn't know, and that uncertainty is just as valuable as the sack itself. Preparation and obsession is what fans don't always see, because Micah Parsons is obsessed with getting better. He watches film of edge rushers like Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, and TJ Watt. He also studies Ray Lewis and Luke Kuechly for their recognition skills. He's not just content with sacks, he wants total domination. Parsons has said multiple times, "I'm not trying to be a linebacker or a defensive end. I'm trying to be the most impactful player on the field, period." That means breaking down offensive linemen's punch timing, learning how tight ends block in motion, and timing his first step based on cadence variation. His explosion is freakish, but it's also engineered. It's hard work, and that's why he's already earned the respect of the league's best. Parsons isn't just a star. He's becoming the voice of the Dallas Cowboys defense. He challenges teammates in film sessions. He hypes up his guys before every snap because he's vocal, passionate, and honest, even when the team fails. After Dallas lost to Green Bay in the 2023 playoffs, Parsons was blunt. "This isn't about pointing fingers," he said. "This is about every guy on this roster asking, did I do everything I could? I know I gave it all, and I'll do it again tomorrow." That's not talk. That's ownership. Because he's not trying to be great, he's trying to raise the standard of greatness. and with every game, he's becoming the emotional heartbeat of the franchise. It's hard not to start asking the question, where does Micah Parsons rank all-time already? 4 seasons into his career, and he's already made 4 Pro Bowls, been named first-team All-Pro in his first 2 years in the league, logged 50-plus sacks, and forced 9 fumbles. Now, if we're going to do a comparison, Lawrence Taylor had 28 sacks in his first 4 seasons. TJ Watt had 49.5. Aaron Donald had 39, and Micah Parsons, 52.5. The difference is that Micah's doing it without being a full-time edge rusher. He's doing it while playing linebacker, nickel, and everything else on the field. So no, it's not hyperbole to say that he's already on a Hall of Fame trajectory. However, this is the part of the conversation that matters most, because while the stats are great and the awards are even greater, Dallas is about rings. The Cowboys haven't even reached an NFC Championship game since 1995. They've had elite talent, stars, superstars, Pro Bowlers, and high-scoring offenses, but they've never had Micah Parsons. And if there's one player who can change that, it's him. But he can't do it alone. The defense has to stay healthy, the offense has to stay efficient, and coaching decisions need to be bold, not safe. Because you don't get many years of a prime Micah Parsons, and if Dallas wastes it, that's on them, not on him. Michael will enter 2025 in the final year of his rookie contract. However, whether he signs again with Dallas or not, legacy is going to be the ultimate goal, because he's chasing something bigger than the biggest bag. He's chasing a Defensive Player of the Year, a defensive MVP, a Lombardi Trophy, and Gold Jacket conversations. And he has all the tools to get there, because prime Micah Parsons isn't just playing football. He's reshaping how we define dominance on defense. So I have to ask again, how good is prime Micah Parsons? Well, so far he's been one of the most dominant defensive players the league has seen in a decade. He's a one-man mismatch and a problem without a solution. And the best part about it is he's just getting started. So what do you think? Is Micah Parsons already the best defensive player in football, or is the NFL still sleeping on number 11? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.